Do birds suddenly appear every time you are near? Just like me, they long to be close to you.
Hey everybody, this is Dr. Willie Jolley and my beautiful bride.
This is Dee.
And we're the authors of the book, Make Love, Make Money, Make It Last, 10 Secrets to Shape a Great Marriage. We want to welcome you to our Jolley Marriage Show, where we are grateful for you coming and being part of it every Monday night at 9 o'clock. We got a special show for you tonight. We're going to jump right in because this is a humdinger of a show. We got special guests. Now, they wrote a book called Divorce Proof Your Marriage. They are out of Denver, Colorado, and they are special guests tonight, Casper and Cheryl Stockham. And we're glad to have you. Welcome, Stockhams.
Yes.
Thank you for having us.
It's good to see you again.
Good to see you. Now, they say again because we were on their show. They have a marriage show. Is it Sunday nights?
Sunday evenings, yes, at 6 p.m. Eastern time.
6 p.m. Eastern. And
I Am Love Builders.
Yes.
I Am Love Builders. And so we were their guests. He wrote us a note and invited us to be a guest. We did the show and it was fantastic. And we said, you know what? We want to replay the favor of promoting your book as you promoted our book. And those who don't know our book, I'll say it again. Make Love, Make Money, Make It Last. Everybody needs to have a copy. Tell us about your book, please.
Divorce Proofing Your Marriage. Yes.
Divorce Proofing Your Marriage. Okay, let's talk about Divorce Proofing Your Marriage and how you came up with this book and why it is so significant, please.
Yeah, so Cheryl and I have been doing marriage coaching for over 16 years. Mm-hmm. We've been married for 22.
Okay.
And almost 2 years ago now, we were trying to figure out how to relaunch our coaching business because I had taken a slight detour into politics just for about 10 years.
Okay.
But I'm healed from that now. I'm delivered from that now. So we wanted to get back into the back into coaching. So we wanted to write a book. And I don't know how we came up with the title. How did we do that?
Oh, we just came up with a list of different titles based on what we were putting in the book. Yeah. Because we felt like the information was to help you not fall into the divorce trap.
Right.
Fantastic. How did divorce proof your marriage? Well, we know that why do you even have to divorce proof the marriage? Because we'll answer the question. Because 50% of marriages in America and around the world, Eastern, what we call Western civilizations, yes. They end in divorce.
Yes.
And so what they have done is say, we want to change that paradigm, change that statistic, and we want to help you learn how to stop getting divorced and stay married. And what are the things to help divorce proof? So let's talk about it.
I have a question.
Okay.
You
may.
How did they get into coaching? And then he took a break and came back. How did you guys get into coaching? How did you get into that? What made you make the decision to do it?
Mm-hmm. Yes. So 17 plus years ago, we were at a church and we were part of a little group that was putting a marriage retreat together. We were part of the planning committee. And as part of that, they wanted the different committee members to give a talk at the conference. Now, Cheryl and I both have presentation experience. I was doing training and stuff, and she's been in training and management as well. So we both were comfortable with doing presentations in front of a crowd, but we never did one together.
Right.
So we were there doing our talk, and it was our first time ever presenting together. And afterwards, the pastor came up to us and said, "Hey, you guys, something's going on. You guys got something going on here, right?" So we said, "We do?" They said, "Yeah." He said, "I'm going to hook you up with another couple at our church, and they do grants around the state." They were traveling around the state doing grants, doing marriage workshops. So we got partnered up with them, and we realized that this was something that we enjoyed doing. We enjoyed helping couples and everyone else. So then we just started doing that for like 8 years, right?
Yeah, we did that for almost another 10 years.
Yeah. And then
so you got grants to teach couples how to work through their challenges and stay together. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, there was an organization. It actually was this organization called the Center for Relationship Education. And they actually had wrote the grant. They received the grant, and they were recruiting facilitators to come under the grant and go around the city and the state and do workshops for relationships. And that's what this other couple was a part of. And so we came along with them, and it lasted for about a good, I don't know, 8 to 10 years.
And it was cool because they paid us, so it was good.
Great. Now,
what a blessing.
I want to get right into this book because I know we got a lot of listeners and viewers who want to know, I need help on how to divorce-proof my marriage. Let's go through your talking points because we got only about 15 minutes or 20 minutes with you guys. I want to get as much out of this as we can. Tell us the secrets to divorce-proofing your marriage.
Well, for the first 5 chapters in our book, we talk about, we direct it towards singles. So even before you get married, you need to be a healthy single and know what you're looking for before you even think about getting married. So so we talk to singles first. Because we think a lot of the marriage trouble starts even before they get married. While they're dating, the main thing, doctor, is that they ignore all the red flags.
Wow, come on now. All right, let's give them some of the red flags. Give me a couple.
One of the red flags is lack of communication.
Well, that's a big one all the way around. Communicating or not understanding how to communicate. Because you can put women in a room and they can communicate all day long, but you put guys in a room and we're just like thumbs up. You good? I'm good.
Right.
We don't do a lot of talking. So husband and wives need to do a lot more communicating, and if they don't know how to do that, we have tools in the book and in our toolbox, to help them with that for sure.
Okay. All right.
Another thing is seeking a good match.
How do you seek a good match? How do you do that?
Well, you have to actually know who you are as an individual. That's why we start with the singles. But once you understand who you are as an individual and you're solid in that, and you're not needy. In other words, you're at 100% or at least 90%, right? So you're not needy. You're not in your mom's basement trying to find a match, right? You're actually, you have a job, or you have your own home. You're maintaining your life without someone.
Okay.
Then, as you're out there in the marketplace or at church or wherever you are, you're or you're chasing Dee down the road to get her number, right?
Like I said.
But you had to have your stuff together first in order to now start to because you can't fully love someone until you love yourself, until you're taking care of yourself.
Okay.
Then you can.
All right. So start with the singles, getting your single life, getting you together, being healthy in your singlehood.
Yes.
Then you start getting the people to marry. So why don't you go through the chapters of the book and give us some learning points from the book. And again, tell the name of the book and where people can get it.
Well, the name of the book is Divorce Proofing Your Marriage. And yes, the first 5 chapters is all about singles so you can be healthy and whole. We talk about seek a good match. We talk about learning how to communicate.
Let me ask you that. Okay. We know that they got to learn how to communicate. Give us something they can, like a
takeaway.
A takeaway. What's one thing they can do to learn how to communicate? Because most people say, I know I need to communicate better, but they don't know how to do it.
So we have a communication tool. It's just a simple little card that helps them if the conversation starts to get a little heated. So that doesn't happen to us that much anymore because we've used this tool for 16 plus years. But for couples that are arguing and so forth, they have to learn how to separate for a while, not forever, just separate so they can cool down. But when they come back, they use our communication tool, which is in our book. I can't find what chapter it's on, but it's in our book to help them now communicate or start to work through that issue.
Okay.
So they can start with smaller issues, like clothes on the floor or whatever, and they can work up to something a little bit more challenging. But they can use the tool to do that.
All right. So learn to communicate. So we start with singles, then we work out getting the right match. Then you work on these problems. What's another?
Another thing we do, because we mainly talk to Christian couples, is we look at the kingdom alignment.
Okay.
Because a lot of the even Christians are not in proper alignment with the Word of God.
Okay.
So there are some things that women need to do and some things that men need to do. Like men need to love their wives, right? This is biblical. But women need to respect their husbands.
Correct.
And if they're not doing that, that's when they start to get out of alignment, and that's when challenges start to happen.
Okay.
And then you have those women that say, well, I can't respect my husband because he stays out late or whatever. Well, okay, then there's some other stuff going on, but you still have to be in alignment. The woman has to still be in alignment. And if she's in alignment, we can help her get her husband in alignment.
Okay.
But somebody's got to start the process, right?
All right. I got it. Makes sense. Okay. Okay. What's next?
So once you get yourselves in alignment, one of the other things that you would need to do is learn how to listen. Another main thing about the troubles of communication is that we don't listen. So we have ways in which you can sit down, slow down the conversation, begin to express your feelings without being offensive to your spouse, or without being angry and pointing the fingers and being derogatory in your form of communication, but to slow it down, open your mouth, give clear, concise thoughts, and share what your expectations are. Because a lot of times couples have expectations of each other, but no one expresses what they are.
Exactly.
They think you're going to be a mind reader. Nobody's a mind reader. You have to learn how to share what your expectations are, make sure they're not unreasonable, and make sure that there's something that you can both obtain.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
Express your expectations.
That's good. I think it's very important to discuss expectation. Here's what I'm expecting, or here's what I'm thinking. All right. Here's what I'm thinking. What I'm thinking might not be what you're thinking. So,
right. And what you're thinking needs to be reasonable. Because
let's talk about how do you define what's reasonable?
Okay, so couples, when they come together, they may be coming from different cultures. They may be coming from different parts of the country or what have you. They may have been raised in different households to where the father did this and the mom did that or whatever. So when you come together, you have to talk about those expectations, and they need to be reasonable.
Not outrageous,
right? So when I think about this, I think about sex, for example. Some of your expectations when it comes to sexual activity between the couples needs to be reasonable. It needs to be something that
you both can agree to.
You're not trying to force your spouse to do this, or they're not trying to force you to do that.
Okay. Because we had a letter from somebody there not long ago where the husband wanted to have sex 3 times a day.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. I don't remember.
Yeah. He wanted to have sex 3. They worked at home. It was after COVID. And so they were both working from home.
Yeah.
And he wanted, and the wife said, "Oh God, I enjoy it, but not 3 times. I got stuff to do."
Yeah.
Yes.
So the expectations was off. Okay.
That would be unreasonable.
Okay.
Right? 3 times a day would be unreasonable. Now, once you start to get to once a day or once, that might start to get okay.
Okay, I got it. All right. Okay. Next point. What's the next point? Listen. Express expectations. What else?
Okay. So one of the other things is that you need to be able to identify how you can best please your spouse.
Ooh, that's a good one. Oh, Lord have mercy. Yes. How do you please your spouse? And in order to do that, you got to talk about it. And you already said can't be a man. Ask them. Well,
what pleases you?
What some people can't talk.
They can't.
They can't articulate.
That's why they need to read material. So some people don't have the vocabulary to even express themselves.
Yeah.
So yes, you're right. You have to be able to talk about it. And that's even one of the things we talk about for singles. You need to do that even before you say I do.
Yeah.
If you got somebody you can't communicate with before you marry them, it's not going to get better after you marry them.
Absolutely. If there's some problems going in, there are going to be problems once you get there.
Yeah. You need to be able to recognize these danger signs when they show up early, because a lot of couples that come to us at the 11th hour. They've already been through all the drama. They're going to leave from us and go to the divorce lawyer or whatever. But if you catch these things early, you can start to work on them early, and they're not that big of a deal if you do it early. But if you wait and you don't, you don't take care of it, it goes into the corner. It goes underneath the rug. And then as soon as something else comes around, then they pull that back out. You remember when you said this and that? You have to get rid of all those things slowly but surely, and you whittle it down to where there's really nothing, right? So then when something comes up, you just take care of it. Like when Cheryl and I have an issue now, it's over like in a matter of 10, 15 minutes. We work through it. We use the tools, we work through it, and we move on with our day, because we don't have to sit there and linger in that and let it fester and then go underneath the rug.
All right, let's talk about you. Yeah, I'm going to dig in a little bit there. Mm-hmm. So y'all are two different people in every relationship. There are two different people who are not monolithic, so that they have two different opinions. So that's how you have a difference of opinion. You have something that you disagree on. What's your process?
Well, the first thing you do is that we need to slow the conversation down and avoid the danger signs, which is like escalation.
Okay, so you don't let it escalate, de-escalate.
Right. Yes. And another thing is that you have to be fair with your spouse and not have any negative interpretation.
You don't throw in stuff that's in your brain
that you think that they're thinking, they may not even be thinking that.
Come on, right. You're making assumptions.
Right.
Assumptions.
Right.
Assumptions will make a ASS out of you and me.
Yes.
Don't assume.
Right. So when you have that issue that pops up, you have to both be on the same. You have to get each other to the same page.
Right.
But if you're arguing, you're never going to get there. So you have to slow the conversation down that we've been talking about, so you can get to the same place. And a lot of times when we get to
arguing is just not going to help.
Right.
Just doesn't. Because it gets you more entrenched in your positioning.
A person convinced against their will are of the same opinion
still.
That's right.
The truth.
That's true.
Yeah.
Okay. So give us some more things that I want people to be all excited and say, I got to go get that book. Again, tell them the name of the book and where they can get it, please.
Divorce Proofing Your Marriage. You can get it on Amazon.com. Or you can get it from our website and get a discount with the signed copy if you get it from our website.
Oh, stop. You ain't told me the website yet.
It's IamLoveBuilders.com.
I am
LoveBuilders.com.
And you get a signed copy on that and a discount.
Absolutely.
All right.
And we talk about selfishness in the book as well, because that's a big one for a lot of folks, especially older folks who have kind of set in their ways. They come together with somebody else and they're just selfish, really.
Well, I always did it like this. Here's the way I always did it. Okay?
Right.
This is the way my family did it. We don't want to not do it some other way.
Right. And that's another thing that we talk about for our singles, because you need to have that discussion even before you get married as well. So we need to set a plan. Are we going to do it your way, my way, or are we creating our whole new way of doing things?
Well, I love that. Your way, my way, or our way.
Our way. Yeah.
Wow. That's good. That's good.
And those all need to be reasonable and stuff. We talk about our love bank, keeping our love bank full.
Oh, stop. Tell us about that now. That's good. I like that. Tell us, what is a love bank and how do you keep it full?
Okay, so all of us have a love bank, and all it is just a virtual way for us to either make positive, uplifting deposits into our spouse or withdrawals from our spouse. So if you're arguing, that's making withdrawals. But if you say, I love that outfit that you have on today. You know, that's a positive.
Good. Oh, that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
I love bank now. We
So
like that.
It's like affirmation.
Yes.
Positive
Right.
things.
Right. But here's the key, though. You have to make sure that you're speaking in their love language when you make deposits.
Yes.
Because what you may think is a deposit is not. Right. Cheryl's love language is words of affirmation. So I can just speak into her life in a positive way, and that's making some serious deposits into her love bank. But for me, it's acts of service. So she can tell me she loves me all day long, but help me out with a meal or something. Show me, right? So that's making deposits, and this applies to our children as well, right? Because our children, if we don't make deposits into the love bank, if we're not hugging them, if we're not showing them they're loved in the home, they're going to seek that love outside the home. And that's when we run into problems with gangs and everything else, because a gang member knows how to do this, right? They're trained on recruiting. And when you're recruiting, you're speaking into that young person's life. Young blood, don't worry about it. We got you covered. We're going to get you sneakers. We're going to get you this. We're going to get you that. Wow. And that's how they get those young folks trapped in the gangs.
Got it. Well, we got about 3 minutes for y'all have to go. Tell us any more things in the book that people need to know so they can be excited and delighted and ready to go buy your book.
So we would say if you're thinking about getting married, you need to get our book so that you can find out what it is as a single that you need to be aware of, know what your red flags are. And another thing, being single, know what your bottom line is. Don't cross your bottom line. Don't trade your bottom line in for somebody else's. Another thing is that being only see your bottom line and
I was looking through here and stuff. I should have had it. So we have a list. We have the 7 keys to divorce proofing your marriage. And as I was getting set up, I forgot to bring it out. So we're going from memory on some of this stuff. Okay. But, we also talk about blended families in the book, because a lot of folks today have blended families. So how do you deal with the kids in a blended family? Who's going to be the disciplinarian? Who's going to handle all that? We talk about that in the book.
Okay. So in the book on chapter 21, I believe it is, we have our Love Builders Toolbox. In the toolbox, 23. You have a whole list.
23.
It's chapter 23 of different things to help you surge some life and some enrichment into your marriage so that you can avoid that pathway down of divorce.
Yeah. Wow. Give us a couple of those.
So one of the things in the Love Builders Toolbox is just doing things for each other. Okay. Kindness, compliments, opening the door for your wife if that's a thing she likes. Open the door for her.
Show interest, pay attention, don't interrupt, validate feelings, respond thoughtfully.
Respond thoughtfully. Yeah. Before it comes out of your mouth, think.
Take a moment. Take a moment to think about what you speak.
Think before you speak.
Yes.
So it's like toothpaste. Once that word is out of your mouth, you can put it back in.
It's a good word to hesitate, because a thought comes up does not mean it has to come out.
Right. That's right.
Delay, hesitate, but don't let it come out your mouth.
Yeah.
Be thoughtful.
Yeah.
Thought before you speak.
Yeah. One of the things I like about my wife is that she goes to God first. Actually, before she comes to me with an issue, she goes to God first.
Amen. Pray
first. She goes into prayer and stuff, and she says, is this something I need to bring up to him, or is this me? Right. I love that about her. Half the time she solves problems without even coming. it just gets taken care of.
Pray first, like that. Yeah. Pray before you do. Pray before you do. Seek wisdom first. Okay.
Right.
Yeah. Hey, I wanted to leave your audience with we have an app. We have a free app where all this stuff is located. Our books are in there at a discount. Our books are in there at a 50% discount.
Wow.
We have quizzes. We have love assessments. Wow. Most of that is free. We have video trainings in there that we've been doing, because we've been doing this training for over 16 years. So we have lots of videos in the app that they can download from our website. They can go to lovebuilders.com and just click on the little button right on the home page. They can download the app. It's in the Google Play Store right now. We're working on Apple, but Apple's a whole nother animal. But it's in the Google Play Store right now, and you can download the free app and get started.
Wow. This is fantastic. Well, we're so glad that we're able to have you guys as our guests and be part of the show today. And we're thankful for that. And so thank y'all for being part of today's show. Again, it's Casper and Cheryl Stockham. IamLoveBuilders.com. And the book is called How to Divorce Proof Your Marriage.
Yes, sir.
Well, thank y'all.
And
I know y'all are jumping on to y'all show. Y'all got a show tonight, so we're thankful and grateful for y'all taking time out to be with us. Thank you so much, and continue to save marriages, enhance marriages, and improve marriages.
Amen. Thank you so much. We appreciate
Thank you for having us.
Bless you guys.
Thank you.
God bless you.
Bye-bye.
All right, bye-bye. So that was great, folks. The Stockhams were with us.
Divorce proofing your marriage.
Wow. We want to also talk about real quick. This is Women's History Month.
This is Women's History Month, and I just want to point out one example.
Go ahead.
Okay. Do we know Jalen Hurts?
He won the Super Bowl.
Woo! He won the Super Bowl.
Yes.
Did you know Jalen Hurts has an all-female management team?
Really?
All-female management team. Okay. The name is Nicole Lynn is his primary agent. And then he has Chantel Roman, Shakima Simmons Winter, and Gina
Malpers.
I never heard of it.
And Rachel Everett.
Right.
And they're all
round out his management team.
All women.
And he's had that management team since 2022. And she meaning the
agent.
The primary agent negotiated a huge deal for him.
Wow. Well, we applaud that. That was Women's
history.
And if you're on my daily 1-minute messages, you all should be on. It's free. If you all you got to do is go to wjwow.com. wjwow.com. We're doing Women's History this month, and every day we
make history every day.
Yeah.
But we're
promoting and celebrating.
Actually celebrating it more now. And I wanted to bring up, who hasn't seen the movie 688?
The 688. Great movie.
True story of the Central Postal Directory Battalion, the first and only Black Women's Army Corps that was deployed to Europe during World War II. Yeah. They did not expect them to succeed, but they exceeded the Army's expectations.
It's fantastic movie.
Yes.
Fantastic movie.
Yes.
So look, we celebrate women, we celebrate their accomplishments and their impact on all of our lives. We celebrate them. Again, you can study this with our daily messages or get good feedback. Also, we did the marriage during Valentine's. We did the Valentine. It's called, I made a mistake last time. Cheryl said I called it the wrong name. It's jollymarriage.com/masterclass. That's what it is. jollymarriage.com/masterclass is the appropriate and correct address so that you can go ahead and get that masterclass and watch it with your significant other. We got so many positive responses from it that people said, we love this. We love it. And it really helped our marriage. Go and register and get that. It's a low fee and y'all can watch it together and share and maybe have a couples night with some of your friends and couples and watch it on your
and have a conversation.
Have a conversation. And then you can get the book as well. You got green, St. Patty's Day. I should have known. It was St. Patty, and you look.
I did not have green nails today,
but you look cute. You got green glasses,
yes,
and you got green top, and you look cute. You look cute.
Thank you, dear.
All right, so our time is up. Let's see, we got more comments.
Thank you for joining us.
Let's see who else made comments over here. That was someone said that was a great movie. Yes, it is. And we got people coming. Kingdom Empire LLC. This is a beautiful show. Thank y'all tonight. So many nice comments from everybody. Our time is up. I want to thank you for yours.
Thank you for joining us.
I want to thank the Stockhams, Casper and Cheryl again for being part of the show and their book.
Divorce Proofing Your Marriage.
Divorce Proofing Your Marriage. All right, we're going out with our music from my jazz album, Close to You. You can get that on williejolly.com/jazz.
Have a great evening. Be safe out there.
Yep.
St. Patrick's Day.
How often do you do this? Oh my God, you're new. We do it every Monday night at 9 o'clock.
Just 30 minutes.
Every Monday night at 9 o'clock Eastern time. You join us and you can go get replays and the former shows at the Jolley Marriage Show on YouTube, 24/7. Okay.
Yes.
Here we go. All right. Oh, one more comment. Let's see. I want to make sure I got it. Thank you both. You're welcome. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And we just want to save marriages and enhance marriages and let people know we love them. We gone. See y'all next week.
Why do birds suddenly appear every time you are near? Just like me, they long to be close to you.